just keeping her alive, but that was a
You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You realize deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here with another Madagascar Hunter tournament in the mix. We've got Gascom Esports up against 123 Salil. 123 Salil winning the coin toss, opting to go first. We're into the lobby bans already. As you can see, the bans here, I just put it up on screen. It's Eason, Shin, and Obsidia coming out from 123 Salil, and Gascom Esports banning out the Xborg and Grok. So we should be ready, set with the action, ready to go very soon, very shortly. We'll be heading into the live once the players are all up and ready and the excitement can begin. This is a best of one. Gascom Esports, as we've seen yesterday, absolutely dominant in their particular matchup. Can they bring the dominance into this game as well? So as the start is ready, we're heading into the actual banning phase right now. Let me see if I can. Okay. All right, that's a little bit better. So at least we get some a little bit more sound going here. It's the Lancelot coming out as the first ban for the side of 123 Salil in the actual, banning phase. Lancelot, you don't want to leave Lancelot in the hands of anybody right now, not especially Xylan, because Xylan has been one of those kinds of players who's just super deadly with the assassin.
Even the strongest of currents fail to claim me. It is better to be feared than loved.
Your team is picking.
If you cannot both.
So the next couple of bans coming out, right? It's the Bane ban, it's the Amon, it's CC. These are your typical bans. Camilla for the first pick coming out, right? So quite interesting, a little bit old school, but the Camilla is in the mix.
Only love and night are everlasting.
Alright, so it's both are also going old school here with the Minnow. He's flashing the Minnow, right? We're not sure if Minnow is going to be in the lockdown. And I don't know, I'm waiting for the day that somebody decides that they're going to ban Shiro and that Sicilian. Shiro could possibly be the most deadly Sicilian in the entire African server. And no one likes to ban out the Sicilian. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But anyway, they left it open. And we've got the Deathstalker picking up the Eve, RK Cappy with the Popple and Cooper. Eve, Camilla, reasonable synergy. Reasonable. There are better combos out there, but there are the heroes that can be picked up for the side of 123 Salil that can work with the Camilla. Oh, we've got the Minnow and the Gacha. This is a deadly combo coming out from the side of Gascom Esports. They've got some tanky frontliners. They've got a lot of sustain on their side. They've got extra control and huge damage from the backline and intensely insane scaling. Yuzong, a very good ban coming out from him as well, just to keep the backline safe, because they know that Xylan does love those assassin marksmen, so he's going to be a little bit delayed in terms of how he's going to get into the team fight, right? So we expect Xylan to go for an assassin. As you can see, the same from 123 Salil. They've decided to ban out the Ling as a potential option. Rate easy with the Moskov pick. Moskov, one of the most difficult marksmen to actually deal with in the game because of his mid to late game split push potential. Mia Rasami, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if you're going to be a 123 Salil supporter or are you going to be a Gascom Esports supporter. That's the real question that I have for you. As write this down, going for something I haven't seen in... I can't even tell you how long it's been since I've seen an Aulus being pricked up. So, Aulus and Beleric. Beleric there to deal with the Moskov. I mean, when he enters a team fight, that's when you can deal with him by picking up a Beleric. When I was talking about the danger of a Moskov, it's his split push potential. So what you tend to see when you're up against a Moskov is Moskov waits for the team fights to start and will be split pushing a lane to death on one side of the map. And then this results in, like just taking turrets, causing people to be moved out of position, lots and lots of chaos. As we head in right now to this game. Let's see how Moskov is going to play out. I strongly suspect that he's going to be dishing out the damage in terms of turrets and then delaying into the team fights, right? But let's see how Ray Teasy is going to be opting to work with this Moskov. Now into the game we go. This is a best of one. It's points to play for. It's a Gascom Esports. It's 123 Salil, 123 Salil in the blue, Gascom Esports in the red. We've got a pretty decent lineup, pretty interesting picks to go with this as well. A lot of team fight potential from both sides. Let's see how this is going to play out in this best of one. Sicilian Minnow already going for this very quick mid lane clear. Forcing Eve to delay in terms of rotation. They are making the move towards the gold lane, which it's difficult to gank a Popple and Cooper, but he's not quite yet level 1. Level 2. He pops the Aegis just to stay a little bit safe. Did take quite a bit of damage, but once he gets that level 2 power spike, very difficult hero to gank. Those traps do make quite a bit of a difference. Yeah, the battle of the mid lane going definitely the way of Gascam Esports. Camilla opting to leave Eve to clear on her own. But if it in jungle invade here, Nolan into the mix here. Mano with the stun. Nolan doesn't have the fracture, but he's like, I don't need fracture. He gets the passive of first blood. Oh, and Mano escapes. Going for another kill. It's a double. Not going to the way of the Nolan. He would have liked to have picked up the double. But Sicilian and him, I mean, they're both carries in this particular matchup, so both getting those pick-off kills. Nolan does have the fracture available. Eve scouts him out in the bush. Nolan gonna reposition, especially with a couple of seconds to go for this next, or the first major objective of the game. It's turtle time in less than 10. Gatto on the cloud. Doesn't have the level 4 yet. Belleric, I think, has his level 4 timing. Almost. Both heroes would love to have that big power spike available for themselves. I mean, Wrath of Dryads, Avatar of Guardian, those are huge ultimates to commit to any team fight. Nice jungle steal happening here from the Aulas as he left the Nolan to recall. They put the pressure on, so the buff steal is going to give I mean, we all know Aulas, right? He needs that level 4 level 12. From level 1 to level 12 or to level 11, it doesn't really do much. He needs that level 12 power spike to come through. Nolan starting this up. The retry levels are pretty even for the most part. Opting not to go for the contest is Aulas. He's deciding to play a little bit safe, but there's a bit of engagement on him. Nice Sanguine Claws coming out from Shiro, and Minotaur with a full follow-up. Nolan, however, trying to go for the bit of counter jungle play. There's Aulas, pops the ultimate. She's trying to go in. Mino and Fury, but there's the reality shifting ability there. But the fracture comes in as Nolan picks up the double. And so Mino would be thinking, worthy sacrifice there. Gank onto the bot lane. Moskov dishing out the damage. Oh, but the shield comes through. However, flicker play from Shiro. He takes a lot of damage. Pops the Bast Feast, trying to disengage. Gets caught out with the Curse of Blood. Needs to get that link out, but the teammates are there to do something. Keeps him alive. Shiro manages to get back to base. There's another kill that went off in the mid lane at the same time. Gatto and Nolan combining to take down Aldous. Things are looking a bit dire for the side of 1-2-3 Salil, as Gatto and Co, which is Gascam Esports, have picked up a 6-kill lead and a 4.5k goal lead at the same time. This is not the start that they would have hoped for. They still do have that late game potential. Oh, but look at the fracture combos coming through. There's the Minoan Fury. There's a knock-up. They take down everybody. It's a triple for Shiro. Wants to go. Is he going to chase the Maniac? Does he have time to get in close? I don't think so. Plus, it's a Belleric. It's not like you're actually going to be able to take him down quite quickly. Oh, he pops the Wrath of Dryads. The fracture comes in underneath the turret. Mino gets taken down, but it's a 1-for-1 exchange. However, monster kill for Shiro on this Sicilian. As the third and okay, no, this is the second turtle. There's so much action. I thought we were on to the third turtle. Nice stun coming from Moscow, but he's taking so much damage. 1v1 RK Happy takes down the Moscow with that purple and Cooper. However, there's a Sicilian running into the mix, throws the Sanguine Claws into the bush, and it's the Sky Piercer proc. In the bush, blind Skypiercer proc in, and Sicilian gets another kill. Godlike fracture comes through, flicker comes out from the Eve. She has to reposition, throws the ulti. There's the Curse of Blood, lands onto 3, but they're not so interested. Bueno underneath the tower gets the knock up 1-1. Moscow with the Spear of Destruction to the backline. Is he going? He's going underneath the tower. He does with Gatto and the Avatar of Guardian. This should be mid lane tower taken down. The pushback onto from the Belleric, baiting out that Wrath of Dryads. turning around, fighting him out. They're man-fighting this. Mano, with the sustain providing it for the team. Oh my goodness, Eve walks straight into this. This is going to be a bloodbath here in the mid lane from the side of Gascom Esports. Jungle Invade is on Arlos. He is only level 7 to Nolan's level 10. And Arlos has been, the fracture once more. I mean, he's not getting any farm. They're stealing it. They're denying him the farm. It's only 6.5 minutes into the game. And he needs the level 12 power spike. They're not being allowed to get it. Nolan once more with the fracture. He's landing onto anybody. He's like, I don't care if this is a tank. I don't care if this is a mage. I don't care if it's a marksman. I'm just fracturing the world. Because he knows he's got that power spike, that damage. Moskov with the Spirit of Destruction. Is he going in? Lands a stun onto the wall. Takes down one. Legendary there for that Sicilian. But all set up by the Moskov. He's picked up the golden staff. There's the dive underneath the turret. Fracture comes out. They've got 3 on lockdown here. Nolan goes in. He gets the passive proc out there. As there's a Sanguine Claws. It's a Bat's Feast underneath the tower. Legendary. You've taken out the damage. Oh, Deathstalker being stalked to death by Shiro on that Sicilian. This is dominant so far from the side of Gascom Esports. What are 1 through 3 Salil gonna be doing? They take down the third and final turtle. All turtles have gone the way of Gascom Esports. This is looking not so good for 1 2 3 Salil. We are watching Arlos try to do the best farm that he can. Going for the jungle steal. I mean, what else could you do in this particular moment in time? He knows he needs that level 12. He's hoping, against hope, that his team can keep everything up and running just until the late game. If they can delay this, the longer they delay this, the better their chances. There's a Minoan Fury knock up 1 to 2. The Bat's Feast is into the mix. Cursed Blood does land. Wrath of Dryads is there. Nolan trying to escape. Hopefully Cooper charging him on the over with the heal from the Minotaur. Avatar of Guardian only catches out the Belleric, but there's Moskov into the backline. Pobla Cooper out there once more as they take down the Belleric. Legendary for the Sicilian. This is a lot of pressure here. They're going to try to hope to take down one of the holy shields, but let's get a see. So once more, pressure being placed all across the map. The Holy Shield in the mid lane has been taken down. There's still 2 more to go. Under 30 seconds for this Lord. Mano into the mix. Mano and Fury with the flicker knocks up everybody. There's a fraction to the backline. Deleting that Popel and Cooper. Curse of Blood is out there. But the pushback from Moscow. Just keeping a little bit safe. That Camilla there, NJ ran, but this could be a mid lane tower taken down. Shields are gone. Could this be another tier 3 tower? Moskov is focusing on it. It's 2 being eliminated. They're not even worried about the Lord Gascom Esports. They just want to go in for more blood. They sense the opportunity to maybe take out the Arlos. No. Oh, Moskov, he's not interested in anything. He locks onto the base. It's like 1 hit away. Oh my goodness, if his team actually pulled in there with him. Oh my goodness, Moskov. He's like, give me some minions. Give me some minions. I just want to get the base. There's the minions he was waiting for. Could this possibly be game set match? It's a double kill, triple kill. But Moskov, he's like, I don't care about no triple kills. I don't care about no kills. I just want to end this game. Gascom Esports taking the victory. I think with that they should have finished top of the log, but we'll wait. That'll be me speaking a little prematurely, but we'll wait. We'll see what's going on with that. However, we will have the next game ready, set up and running for you in a minute, right? I'm just gonna have the pause screen here, and we'll be back live in 5.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah.
The will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. The will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
The will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. The will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Down, Nana in one direction. Nana is trying to escape. Yuna on the hunt. Oh my goodness. No, the Melina. And the Melina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go.
Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah.
The will lies deep way under the surface,
surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Something, that's all you need. I wake up ready for the day because I believe in everything that I'm doing like it was meant to be. I get fixated and captivated on learning things. Don't hesitate to ask questions, the answer that I need. It's out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Down, Nana in one direction. Nana is trying to escape. Yuna on the high. Oh my goodness. No, the Melina and the Melina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go.
Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best. Teach a system, I invest, never hidden, I ain't scared. Ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. You feel lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Down, Nana in one direction. Nana is trying to escape. Yuna on the oh my goodness. No, the Melina and the Melina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit and I plan, and I found out that I can execute if I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom. Read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing, yeah. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Out there somewhere, I swear I can find the recipe. By testing, learning, and turning into a better me.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace, this is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose.
Nana in one direction. Nana is trying to escape. Yuna on the hunt. Oh my goodness. No, the Melina. Melina and the Melina Blitz just keeping her alive. But that was a... Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. It's Gascom Esports after their dominant performance up against 123 Solil. Now they're up against RPG. We're into the banning phase, or at least the lobby banning phase. As you can see, Gascom Esports with their captain Slay, with the Xborg Veil bans coming out, and Escanor in response with the Glue CC. So that's the lobby bans for you. Just to remind you, Xborg Veil, Glue, and CC. We're good to go. The action will be starting in a moment, as everybody's saying good luck to everybody else. You know, kind of nice that is to just be able to do that. A little bit of sportsmanship, yeah, does go a long way. And just waiting for the final player to ready up, and we should be heading into that typical drafting phase, the usual ones. Gascom Esports Botar with the first ban of the evening. Allowing that timer to count down.
This time, the choice is mine.
And it's the Xavier ban coming out as the first ban for the side of Gascom Esports. So they've definitely done their homework on RPG, so they know what they're looking to ban out here. Iridel being removed from the equation for the side of RPG. I think are focusing a little bit on Ray TZ here. He had quite a good performance on that Moskov, but still no bans on the Sicilian. Will Shiro lock onto the Sicilian once more? I mean, Sicilian, by the looks of it so far, is still open, but Escanor has this moment in time. Maybe we're going to see the first Sicilian ban. First Sicilian ban up against Gascom Esports. No, opting to go for the Camilla ban. So, try to remove some of the big team fight potential heroes from the equation. Xylan picking up that YSS. As we all know, Xylan on these assassin kind of heroes is very deadly. He's got that fast fingers. So YSS is one of those heroes that he performs so well on. Let's get to see what he's going to be doing with that YSS.
Destroy and conquer.
Escanor locking onto the Zask. So a mage that's, shall we say, not squishy, and not squishy for just a simple reason. Has the Nightmaric Spawn available. So Nightmaric Spawn gives the Zask that extra bit of survivability. It's almost like having a second life, isn't it? Ruby is one of those heroes that can give YSS a bit of hard time with that continuous CC, not allowing him to dash around and build those stacks. However, Slay with the counter pick there. It's not really a hard counter, a little bit of a soft counter to the Ruby with the Phoveus. Because can escape a lot of the CC effects when he hits that ultimate of his. Shiro this time round deciding to switch it up. He's like, maybe people are getting a little bit too used to me with this Sicilian pick. Let me go for the Zetian. So a lot of global presence, a lot of global vision for the side of Gascom Esports. Krauser with the Saber pick as a direct counter to actually both the MM and the jungle here. Ray TZ might be going for a big damage jungler in the, jungler, big damage marksman in the Bruno, but opting maybe Granger could possibly be the better pick here. Doesn't know what he's up against in the gold lane, so Granger's always a decent pick. But decides, okay, let me go for the Bruno. Let me play a little bit aggressive to deal with that. Does have the Purify. Purify is one of the spells that counters triple sweep, if you didn't know, from the Saber. So when Saber gets on you, if you can actually press the Purify, you can, if you've got the fingers that are fast enough, you can escape a lot of the damage from that triple sweep. You pair that with Wind of Nature, and you're good to go as a marksman up against a Saber. Both are going for that Tigreal pick, and Ixia the lock-on here from Belzar. So into the match we are going to go. It's the loading screen time. It is the best of one. It's Gascony Sports. It's RPG. Who is going to be taking home the points? Who's going to be moving through to the next round of the Hunter tournament here? Madagascar's top teams up against one another, battling it out to see who is going to be the hunter and who is going to be the hunted. All to play for, bragging rights available. Let's go, everybody. If you haven't already, smash that like, share, and subscribe button. You really would be doing us a huge favor here at the channel.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
So here we go. Gascony Sports RPG. Who's dropped your favor? I'm sure you're tuning in at home. A lot of people supporting Gascony Sports. The shoutouts are going mainly to them there in the live chat. But, well, I'm sure there's some RPG fans out there as well. This time round, we are seeing a battle of the mid lane, especially with the Grok available. Oh, nice push back from Bota on that Tigreal. Zetchian here just throws a little bit of poke damage out onto the Grok. They want to win the battle of the mid lane. They do manage to get the wave clear. And Grok taken down... not low, but you know, to a point where you're going to have to be a little bit careful in terms of what you're doing. Tigreal, just try to get that passive, the roam passive off with a bit of scouting. They do see Saber making his play across the mid lane, and so the scout out should come in from Tigreal here. He wants to get that little bit of extra XP, maybe throw a first skill in here to try to potentially get a steal. You never know. You can always sometimes go for a bit of a steal like. So things a little bit quiet at this moment in time. So far, no kills. Both teams are being extremely patient in terms of what's going on. You know, not really going too hard just yet. But there's the engagement. Mountain Shocker, first blood, bond to the Saber as he tried to go in for the Bruno. Oh, nicely done by Bota underneath the turret. Commits the flicker, commits the slide through, gets the kill set up for his team. Double kill going the way of a YSS, and Silent must be smiling, saying, that's what I wanted. Get me fed nice and early on a YSS. First turtle of the game is up. And so, Xylan opting not to go for his blue buff. He already has the level 5, so he wants to go for it nice and early, knowing that his team has already got the zone in. Meanwhile, Bruno putting a lot of pressure here onto Ixia at the side of RPG, deciding, you know what, we don't really want to contest for this. Let's go in on the Bruno, as Bruno was not expecting that. Nightmaric spawn comes out from the Zask as they secure that kill. So it's our first kill on the board for the side of RPG. Trying to keep themselves within touching distance of the gold. It is just a 1k gold lead or just above. Going away or in favor of Gascony Sports. At present, there's the engagement, the implosion play. Fury of the Phoenix, knock up. Will we get the kill? Oh, yes, we do. Shiro securing that kill. Just as Bruno respawns, will they give him space to try to... Oh, Saber with the triple sweep in the top lane, getting the kill there. Tigreal wants to try to set up something else as well here in the mid lane. Grok there blocking him off, making the rotation up towards the Bruno. They don't want Bruno to get too fed. Bruno is one of those scary heroes, you know. If he's fed, he's a handful, shall we say. A definite a handful. Oh, that was I was busy watching what was happening in the gold lane, and Ryland's like, no, all eyes on me as I invade the jungle, get a kill. They're setting up here for oh, the second skill flicker implosion under the turret. Tigreal, what a moment there. Sets up beautifully for his team. They managed to secure the kill onto Ixia. So Belza taken down. This could be an entire turret if Bruno, yeah, he even has that the double ball combination set there. So, that damage output's crazy. But it's a counter jungle going in here from the Saber. He is countering, but will we see yeah, they do spot him out. There's so much of vision. This is the thing with the Saber, you can't really do much with this much vision. There's the Mountain Shocker into the mix. As they're trying to chase down the Saber, he goes in with a triple sweep, but he gets uplifted. There's the mega kill. The follow-up from the team. They take down Ruby as well. Gascom Esports continuing their dominance that they showed in the first game. Could this be another tier 1 turret on the side lane being taken down? So we're going to see the side laners start to rotate quite a bit. It's only mid lane standing for the side of RPG. How are they going to be dealing with us? As is the question. Can they come back? They need to slow the game down. Gascom Esports are loving this snowball, fast-paced kind of gameplay. There's Tigreal into the mix, trying to land onto somebody there to get that impulsion play. There's the armor fended, but YSS, he's into the backline. He's gone for an unstoppable onto the Ixia. Opportunity to maybe take the mid lane turret, especially with all the zoning going on. Phoveus pops that ultimate just with a knock-up implosion play with a follow-up as they take out Dark Clotisi or Cloti. Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna try and say that. I'm just gonna butcher it. Nightmaric spawn into the mix. They drag this Sask back. They take him down underneath the turret. Monster kill going the way of Xylan on that YSS. Pressure being mounted. Potential with Bruno now to try and take down this final tier 1 turret, open this map up firmly. Ixia wants to try to get into position here. Grot throws out the wall, but there's still enough time for Bruno to try to get the lock on. He is playing a bit safe, careful of that full barrage, very careful of the armor fended as well. But let's get to see what they do. So the tier 1 turret has been removed, has been taken out of the way. All tier 1 turrets, final turtle is up and running, which goes as expected to the side of Gascom Esports, who have decided to spread out in a 3-2 split, whereas RPG are deciding to move as a 5-man unit. They're like, you know what, safety in numbers, but the vision, there's so much of vision. If it's not the Mountain Shocker, it's the Fury of the Phoenix. There's that implosion, catching out to 3. The follow-up is there. Tigreal does get taken down, but it's a 2-for-1 exchange. Another lovely setup from Bota underneath the turrets. So it's just under a minute and a half to go for this first major objective of the game. ZTZ wants to lock on to this tier 2 turret. He is being a bit patient, he is being a bit careful. It's what you'd expect. He has taken down tier 2 turrets in the bot lane, deciding to make the rotation towards the mid here as well. So map control, very, very much on the side of Gascom Esports. Pressure once more being placed. Ruby into the front line. ZTZ is taking a bit of damage in there. Oh, they managed to get the Zets in. Oh, the Fury of the Phoenix comes out just in time, but the implosion play, nothing's going. Oh my goodness, it is a total implosion from the side of Gascom Esports. This was the setup that RPG were waiting for. 30 seconds before the Lord, they got their full combo out, showing that it's you gotta be careful, especially with the Grok Ruby in the house into the full barrage. It's deadly, as we got to see live in an HD. The question is now, can they actually create a bit of space for themselves, contest for this first Lord of the game? They are trying to set up for it. Full 5-man, sticking close together. They do need those 3 major ultimates, the Nightmaric Spawn, Full barrage and tectonic charge come online, but there's the Tiger. His second skilling in there. Dance the implosion. There's the follow-up mountain shocker. Fury of the Phoenix. Everybody is falling down like skittles in a bowling alley. They're going for this continuation of the fight, leaving Bruno to solo the Lord. Because, well, yeah, I think he picked up Horse Claws. So he should be able to do so. Yeah, he's got the critical, so with the Horse Claws, he's going to be able to solo anything. As long as you don't CC him up, he's going to be dishing out the damage. Flicker comes out from the Ruby, used defensively. Grok with a wall here, just trying to block the wave. Goes in for the knockup onto 2, but there's Arphovius into the mix. He gets the setup, it's legendary. The Mounted Shaka is still available for the YSS. He needs to get the wave and he wants to find the angle onto somebody. He's just waiting very patiently, trying to keep his stacks up on that the War Axe there. Doesn't manage to land it. It gets cancelled out a little bit. Lord is in the mix, but the Holy Shield is up, so this Lord won't be able to do much of much. Does get at least one charge in. Is taking that turret down to half health. Oh, what an implosion play! Onto 3! Well, we see the follow-up. Full barrage does come in there, but the damage is there to the backline. Phobius, he's trying to get something set up, but YSS on the double dashes back to safety. It's a 3-for-2 exchange, so I think RPG would feel the little bit better of this, having kept their tier 3 turrets, you know, fairly alive. I mean, there's a sliver of health on 2 of them, but keeping themselves in the mix, in the game. It's 17-11. With a 7k gold lead, almost 7k gold lead in the favor of Gascom Esports. So, potential for the side of RPG to have a bit of a comeback if they can keep winning these small skirmishes, and at least if they keep their base safe, it will create the opportunity that they need to come back. They need their late game scalers to scale, but Ruby being caught out. Fury of the Phoenix comes through as it's a legendary on this YSS. Phobius trying to get something set up. Mountain Shocker being thrown out, but that was just, well, it was going to get used up anyway. Still a minute to go before this next major objective of the game. And, well, right now it's Gascom Esports' game to lose. It's RPG who are on the ropes a little bit, reeling, took a couple of big hits in the early game. Managed to recover a little bit. Managed to keep things going. Oh, once more Tigreal catching out for, will we see, oh, actually 3, will we see the follow-up? It's YSS into the backline with a trouble. But he gets shut down there. As a Tigreal, he's so low. He's forced back by the Nightmaric spawn, so no jungler available, as the Lord will be up in the next few seconds, but I don't think Gascom Esports really need the retribution for this, especially with a very fed Bruno. I think they're gonna start it up and say, alright, let's see where our luck lies. Bruno can melt a Lord in a heartbeat, to be honest, especially when he's got a team zoning for him. Yeah, frontline positioning being taken there by Phobius. Zetchian is in a position as well as Bota on that Tigreal, just scouting every bush that is possible.
Blue team has slain the Lord.
Oh, Fury of the Phoenix scouting everybody out. Mountain Shocker onto 2. Oh, we see the follow-up. It's going to be 1. It's going to be 2. That's the Sky Piercer does proc. Will we see the follow-up in their Tiger with the implosion onto the Nightmaric spot? They're trying to chase down the Sasuke as well. They do manage to get him. It's a 3-for-0 exchange. Oh, Phobius dragged in with the armor fended underneath the turret. Lord making its way up. This should be mid lane wide open. Do they have the ability to try to defend this? The wall comes out from Grok. Bruno just focusing on this. The Lord charges in here. They're trying to find the space to be able to get the lock on. As we know, Ray TC is trying to get that angle set up. He's just dancing around there. The implosion play creating the space for him as the game goes the way of Gascom Sports. It's in the name.
Victory!
So, big congratulations to Gascom Esports. I think with this victory, they guaranteed to have topped the group. I know we will still have to wait for the numbers, but with this, I think definitely